My three role models growing up as a kid, one was Bruce Lee. Of course, besides, the flashiness of his combat moves in movies and in real life, I really adored his philosophy. To always adapt, be adaptable, both in character but strong in spirit. Bruce had a great sense of self, always knew who he was, and carried himself as such with the same confidence in, amongst Hollywood execs that he would with people that, went to go see the movies. Treated everyone like the CEO and the janitor were the same person. Next, Michael Jordan. And really, besides all the other things that, the media hypes up, putting a spotlight on his gambling and the more psychotic part of his personality or mindset, I choose to focus on the growth, the competitive side. And I feel like that's a lot of things that, people didn't really see about Michael Jordan, especially in today's age. I loved watching his press conferences after games to see how on the court was when he did most of his talking and his bragging, right? But really, it's not bragging if you can back it up, which Michael did. I've never seen, other players, I'm not going to say names, say that I'm going to take over a game and then go do it. But Michael was very much like that. So he showed me how to have a healthy competitive side. When he was not on the court, he carried himself in such a way to where he was very well put together, he spoke well, and he spoke directly. He wasn't always serious. He was also a goofy person, especially on that golf course. But, if you know, you know. Bruce and Michael, to me, are kind of similar in a lot of ways. Both very gifted, both worked very hard to hone their gifts and their skills and their talents and build on that. So, hard work, dedication, but you have to have a purpose that comes with it, right? And those two men right there, that's why they were my role models. My third one is Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was the ultimate, person in my mind that cared about people. Like, you're a human being, I'm a human being. It doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what background, social status, you come from. Mr. Rogers really truly treated everyone like they were equal. And he also encouraged us to build a strong sense and love of self. You've got to love yourself before you love others, right? But you can also discover how to love yourself while loving others. I think Mr. Rogers' land of make-believe really isn't something to be made fun of. I mean, you can make fun of anything, it's comedy, but I didn't see it as anything like weird, you know what I mean? Because we can all relate. When we can't find good examples of things in our life, a lot of us end up turning to, well, I'll create something in my mind. That's the beauty of this conscientiousness that's gifted to us humans. You know what I mean? Mr. Rogers made it safe for many, many kids and also some adults to feel like they could create their own safe space to go to when they feel like they didn't have anyone else to turn to. On top of that, he also helped a lot of people realize that they always do have someone to turn to. Just got to be able to look for it and recognize it and see it.